I think we can never know how we're feeling in the next moment, how our self is standing in front of the next challenge, how we are facing the plans we have. But what we can know for certain is that we can find a way to maintain or come up with a way to start moving ourselves closer and closer from time to time. And where I see coming all of this together is whenever whenever I have a day on which I just feel like I haven't come to the point where I'm truly able to come up with the energies now to pursue what I thought I would like to do at this day, because there was so much going on in the hours before, and the whole day, like, all of a sudden has almost been over, and still I didn't feel like I've done so much, and being out of energy as well, even though I didn't do anything wrong about approaching this whole day new and giving my best build up on all the things I got to understand about myself throughout the weeks, months, and years of like rethinking what I'm doing and how I'm approaching a certain thing. But you can just never calculate too good what is going to happen and how much energy something specific is going to take from you. So I think the overall approach to understand what is working out or what is helping you come out of a certain like state of zero where you don't feel like being able to come up with much focus or much drive. We're just floating freely, and everything you touch is seemingly gone in the next moment. I think what we can do about this is just get back to these tiny steps and seeing the whole vision we came up in the first place as something we want to hold want to hold tightly, even though we are not like bringing it into a different state of just holding it. But the act of holding the thing closely to yourself is like forming the whole space you're in anew, as all these energies that has been flowing into the thing you envisioned before all of a sudden get so tangible in such a close manner that you can it's almost like you absorb what you're holding, only because you're holding on to what you envisioned. And that is such an important thing, because we move through life so fast. It's such a rapidly fast pace. We are moving up all the time, that the probability of one like being like pushed back and seeing nothing clear no more is such a it go up to such a degree that it's we risk losing what we might could have hold on so easily, only because through the pace we are going for life. And that's where I just feel that the simplicity of pursuing life and getting back to these importances, to these aspects that made us grow towards that vision that made us feel so fulfilled pursuing something, on which we can look back and see, okay, that's what we have done, that's what we have spent our time on, where we can like get into touch with ourselves and see that this is a tangible thing, that the thing we have approached is not only something that's coming out of hot air, but it's something that we have built for ourselves, because that is reality. Things we do is reality, and things we pursue or want to get after are parts of that reality. And whenever we lose on these big aspects that move us, we still have so much space in ourselves to just bring them back to that state where we hold on to them. But we have to find a way to do this. We have to see things more clearly in that regard, so we can even do this in a state where we just don't feel like, because that is a hard thing to come up with something that isn't close to us in any way, because we feel like being completely departed from all this. So what I see when rethinking this whole situation where time just passes, life, all we do, and when looking back, it seems like nothing moved. What I think I'll need to do more is to just take the step back, look at it, at the whole thing, at the state I'm in, and see what the big thing in this whole seeing the big thing. You see, it's sometimes harder than at another time, because you may not always be able to bring that clarity to yourself, as you just saw at myself. There are days where your mind's been like all over the place, and you can certainly see that to a degree at myself, where it's like almost your heart is beating up there. You almost can hear your heartbeat, because you've done so much and you've pushed so hard, but more with your body and more with getting out of your comfort zone, and like talking with people and having discussions about certain things and evaluating on certain stuff, and all these things that get done from out, or have to get done for the life you want to maintain, these life maintenance tasks, these like duties you have to fulfill, or the conversations you have to get things rolling, they take certain energy from what you could have used for yourself as well. But that doesn't mean that we should always do or make the exchange to not use ourselves to get into these situations, because we would run away from certain situations when we would just skip them apart, only because we are so ignorant to stay at our own stuff and not look at the importances we might, or the values we might get from others, as life and whatever we are doing is basically built upon the the act of sharing something with another who might get value from yourself, and having that genuine exchange of giving someone to something to someone for which you get back something. And doing this is a great thing, but having too much to do, because you certainly have to like juggle the whole your whole life on different kind of rails you are going, as this is the thing you chose to do. It's not getting easier, and when it's not getting easier, you gotta come up with more efficiency, and more efficiency often just means getting more simplicity, I think, because I cannot like make myself or the hardship of getting something done now when the day was long and hard, and I had to do so much for yeah for the maintenance of life and the job I'm doing, or having meetings or whatever regarding something else that my vision is currently not supporting, then yeah, I will still have some, or I still will want to come up with some energies to pursue what my vision is calling me for, and therefore I would certainly need to find a way, because I couldn't wait for the next weekend or every weekend just to be able to have the energies to go after what I what I love to do, or where my life is going to lead me towards, as that is the path of experience I'm like able to build on my own, because I'm trial and erroring through something that hasn't been like laid in front of me, because I want to do it on my own, because when there's an idea you want to get after, that's certainly the way to go. But yeah, to hold on to all these things that are just so close in one moment but so far in another, when living in these structures, is quite a complex thing. And I respect everyone who was able to actually just get successful or do what they love to do, and actually started to be able to live from that when they weren't in the position of having all that freedom in their previous lives. That is highly respected for me, because it's a hard way, but it's the way we gotta go, because we won't ever be happy about anything that's not close enough to what we envision, or what is truly fulfilling. So whenever I had a long day, not being able to go after what is important for myself, as making videos or structuring content for my app or building on the app, because these are the main things I'm doing whenever I'm not doing sports or going after my job, then seeing that a certain time at day had already come, and not being able to have like much time behind the screen pursuing what my vision is calling, and still knowing that day is almost over, can be quite devastating, when I'm not finding a way where I can be okay with it. Because I think just being okay with the situation how it is brings so much calmness into it, that it's almost like a recharge. It's recharging to such a degree where I maybe just have the best 2 hours after that moment, only because I just took it as it is and I'm not complaining about it. Because, yeah, what's getting changed but complaining on a certain situation when you're not actually trying to reflect on the outcome of it and why this moment certainly moved into the direction where it headed and where you're now standing. Like, how should this make any progress for yourself? So I think we should just look at these reasons more clearly or with a keener eye whenever we feel down, just to understand what we could have done differently. So whenever the time is gone like nothing and it's late already and you still feel like you haven't got where you wish to go, looking at the day in the perspective of some hours and looking at your priorities and what you packed in the hours before gives room for evaluation on how or why the priorities on that specific moment have like been laid out like they do. Because, yeah, when there are things that could certainly be removed to make sure you're able to like pursue what you truly want for your life, to get rolling, to get developed by you, then it's also up to you to like mark these things out and remove them from your life, as they may not help you get closer, because they take time, and that is like the thing we pay with. When we pay with time, we delay whatever is about to be able to get out of what we do. And that's not the thing I want to do, because I want to pay with time for something to get more time back for that. And for sure, time passes, we get older, we get more experience, but what I pay today with can come back to me maybe tomorrow or in years, but it should come back. That is like the thing I'm keeping so close in my mind, because I want to get back what I got in mind, or what I was trying to do, or what I have done. Because what you're essentially getting back for something that can be exchanged because time is passing is more time whenever you've done something that got you more freedom. And this might seem illogical, but when you are pursuing a job, working 40 hours a week, you can see how much time you are paying with. And that's almost like having credit or something, because you pay every day, or you pay for a certain period of time. That's, but that's not going to end so soon. So, this is a daunting thought to think about, to just have this thing in life that's like taking up your time that you don't get back, and that you just get paid with some money. But what is money when you lose time for it? I think the worth of money is being diminished to such a great extent whenever we pay with time. So doing something to get out of this is so essential for me, at least. But having priorities and things we love to do in life is also quite essential to maintain a lifestyle we feel good about, we feel balanced about. So it also comes with its costs. Living a life where you pursue a healthy way of living a life where you want to do sports but still want to break free. And that is the journey I'm on, and it's quite a harsh one, because there are days where I just wish I would not want to do so much sports or think about so many things, because I would have so much more time. But yeah, not everything should be like calculated in how much time we spend on it, because sometimes it's way more worth it to do it than not to. And even though it takes time, we get back so much more that, yeah, we need to do, because time is there to be used. We can lose it or we can use it, and using time is something different than losing it, for sure. But determining for ourselves what is lost time and what is time that's been used in the greatest extent we could come up is something completely different. And finding a way where the time we use is actually on our side can be directed from within ourselves. And I'll do that more clearly by looking at the day, understanding where the day led me, and seeing what I could have done differently, looking back at the day, looking back at my actions, even at those that seem so trivial, like spending a few hours on a few minutes on your phone. They stack up, and once they stack up, they're quite a big pile of time that you just, yeah, basically throw out the window for doing something that may not get you any further, that may just, yeah, keep you from doing what you love. And whenever that's not the case, and we don't just do something that's distracting ourselves from our main objective, and we want to get after what we love to do and what life's calling us for to, but we don't feel like having the energies now, as I did before and still do. I think this zoom out and looking at the overall thing, coming back to stuff we have done, we've accomplished, is like something that gets stimulated in us, that shows us life, or something that is living within ourselves on itself, like something, a running system we came up with that just has to be like charged for short to be like able to power up. And this charging process of our clarity can be like built from just looking at what we have done and where we want to go with it and what might still be necessary. Taking these looks at the thing that is necessary to get it done, to have this question we come up with. It can be as easy as it was just said, just having the question about what might be still needed for it to work. How far are we still from being able to get it to work? We can make this an open question for ourselves, write it down and look at what we are doing, and we'll get these answers. It's never an enclosed end. We've always room to apply the question of where we want to go or where this thing is leading us towards and what might be needed for it. We can always question that. And I think when we do that to a degree where we get into this loop, into this cycle of having an almost like a habit of questioning where our approach is leading us, then we can certainly also get back answers in times we didn't feel like we could, as we feel distanced, as we might feel down, having a headache, as I do now. But we can see behind these things just through these questions and this like calm state of mind. We get onto it and try to understand what might still be necessary to attract what life wants us to do, what we want to do for us, for whatever we are striving for. So having a set of questions we can apply on all the different kind of things we're doing is very powerful. It's very much of high value. So we should preserve the power of questions always. Because they carry the energy. They carry the stimulus of breaking a pattern, breaking something, some sort of feeling that might hold us back. And whenever we not get any answers too soon, or the answers seem so blurry and not very tangible, we can still just always take the action of a counteract, where we just distance ourselves for some time to get off what we have done before, see something different, look at life on a different kind of spot as just getting out of the house. It can be so simple whenever we just are ready enough to live the simplicity of the moment. But we'll need to see this and to feel our way into it, because it's certainly not easy. But we can do this. It's possible. And I believe in you being able to do this. And I also believe in myself to do this. we gonna do this. So yeah, I think I can get home now with some energies that haven't been there before. It's almost like my headache loosened up. Even though I know I didn't have like the best drive in this video and the highest amount of articulation abilities, and my whole dictionary was quite shrunken down, but it's okay. I got out what was in myself, and that was the plan. And I got answers to questions I questioned myself. That was also an essential thing to do. So yeah, keep it up and see you tomorrow. All these naked snakes here. Oh my god. I want to show you those tiny beasts. Oh, where are they? Can we spot them? No. Where are they? I almost stepped on those, you know. They're so disgusting. They have no. Yeah, they have a right to live, sure they have, but when I would have a garden, I would certainly not like them because they eat up all the stuff. And that's not good. Alright, I'll show you around where I'm here. It's right next to the highway. I love that new place. It's it's close to where I'm usually recording, but yeah, always new spots, and I get to see this one just yesterday, and I love it. So yeah, all the best to you. Bye bye.